Hi, I'm Steve. Welcome back to Maker's Cave. And today we are going to continue with the Agora Models Fire Department of New York ladder truck number 9. This will be pack 3. I've broken pack 3 up into several different videos. This will be stages 17 and 18. I got links below to this model and to Agora for any of the other models you may want to do from them, which I highly encourage. Uh, let's put all the parts out. I'll bring you guys forward and we'll start our build. Okay, we have all the parts for 17, stage 17 all set up here. A couple notes. There were some lights that were included with this kit. So I turned around and I put them in this until we are needed. Also, a spotlight and a wiper blade were both included with this stage, but these parts, according to the directions, are not used right now, so I left them in this bag and we'll put them aside and use them when they're required. Okay, so let's get started. So this is something that we've done before. They're going to ask you to take this jump seat and right over here, jump seat, and they're asking us to put it on this base right here. There's a small tab, or actually a small post right in there, and what we're going to do is that goes towards the back of the seat, and like the others, it's just going to get press fit in there. Like that. Now it wants us to bring back the center console that we've been working on. Jump seat's going to go right into this area here. Two small registration holes there, two posts here. And it's going to get held in there with an H screw. So there is the jump seat in place. Now, so far it is just a press fit that's staying in there. If you remember from my last video, I had trouble with this engineer's seat staying in here. What I off camera just now, I did glue this in here so this doesn't keep falling off. But here's the other jump seat we just did. Okay, so what is next? He wants to attach. Okay, so also what came in here is a flashlight. So next, they want us to install this flashlight. Okay, so if you have your model like this, then the little shaft here is a little D-shaped right in here. So they want the flashlight to go right in here. Let's use some glue for that. Now what they are saying is if the paint has made this shaft a little too thick, we should take some, scrape some paint off to it, but let me see if I can get it to fit in there first. And it does look like it's going to be a bit of a tight fit. So what I'm going to do is I want to take some of my sanding. I'm going to take this sanding stick that I have and I'm going to use this to just take off some of that paint. And I don't know if you can see on here or not, but there is quite a bit of paint on here because it's coming off right onto the sanding stick. Go here, and I'm going to go up here. Get some of that paint off. Let's see if we can get that in there now. Try and wiggle it and get it. There we go. I wiggled it. There is the flashlight all in there. Okay, so the next thing they want us to install is to attach a little portable radio. And we're going to take, so show here, and the portable radio is actually going to go right up into there. There's the little portable radio. And again, this also has a D shaft, and there's a D right in there. And that went in there much easier than the flashlight. There we go. Isn't that cute little portable radio right there? They now have a battery charger for this portable radio, and that's going to go right over in here. So the flat area is towards this side right here. You push that down in there. There's the portable radio in there, or the battery charger rather. So that is just a pressure fit, so you don't need any glue there. But if it does, yours is a little loose, just feel free to put a little bit of glue on there. So after putting this battery charger into here, we're going to put this aside. And the next step is they're going to want us to do some lighting work here. Here is a panel, or a cluster as they call it, of lights right here. And they have very small plastic diffusers that came. Remember, I put them into here so they wouldn't get lost? Well, there's 3 of them. It's a shaft with a domed cap at the end, all clear plastic. It's going to be kind of hard for you to see on here. And the dome part actually goes on the back here. Okay. So they want the dome part sticking up on this chrome right here. So we're going to put this into this tiny little hole right here. Oop. Did I lose it? No, I did not. So let's try. Okay, so alert. I knocked one of the lenses over. I'm so paranoid about losing things after the last video. All right. And that's what I was afraid of doing. I put them in the tweezers here, and they popped out like a...
Slippery little suckers.
So that's what I was afraid of, is the tension on this. Popped this plastic piece out, and boom, went flying right off. So we're not going to use the tweezers. You know what? We'll use these tweezers instead. Okay, so that's one in. Don't even know if you're going to be able to see that. Right there. The dome is right there. So now we'll do this for the other 2. All right, so all 3 of those that are in there. There's the cluster right there. So the end of that piece you put in is right here. It sits even on the front right here. And what that does is that takes the light, I guess, that's going to be coming from behind and diffuses that out and focuses it right in there. Okay, so we're going to continue with this piece. And then we're going to be working with this top section right in here. And we're going to be putting in the turn signal that also came in this stage. Really small. I don't even know if you're going to be able to see that. Holding the piece like this, okay, there's an arrow on, you have to take my word for it, there's an arrow printed or recessed into this amber lens, and you want the arrow to point this way, so it's the arrow to point towards this side. So if you're looking at it, you want it to point to the left. Okay, so that is on there. Hand focus. And there's that amber lens on there. So now that we did the amber lens, they're going to want us to put the 2 lenses in these bottom lights right here. And again, they also came in this stage. And I put them away in here, so they're safekeeping. So I'm going to put them out right onto here. And there's the clear piece. It doesn't look like these have any top, bottom, left, or right on here. So we can just put them right into here. There's one in there. And both of them are in there. Okay. There is that light cluster. And That is pretty good, isn't it? We're going to go to step 24 of stage 17. And it looks like we're going to actually do some wiring now. I'll put this right here. And they want us to use this wiring cluster that we received. Matter of fact, I think I want to leave this wire tied up, make it a little easier. So there is a recess right here at the top of the printed circuit board here, and there's a small. If you have this oriented like a triangle with the top here, two diffusers down here, diffuser up here, there is a silver post right here, a chrome post, and it looks like they want us to take the piece like this and just put the printed circuit board over top, and that is going to get held on there with an M screw. And that circuit board is now held onto the light cluster like so. Put that back over here. And that is it for stage 17. All right. Here we are at stage 18. Here are the bag of parts for 18. I'm going to match these against the inventory sheet here, get them all set up, and then we'll be back. Oh, also, I read ahead. There is a door winder or door handle in this inventory list here, so I want to make sure I don't lose it this time. Here's all the parts all set out, and right here is the window winder that I lost before. So I want to make sure I keep an eye on that. So I'm going to put directions up over here, and we're going to see what our first step is in stage 18. And following along with the theme is it's another jump seat. And again, we've seen this all before. Here is the jump seat post. This little post right here. See if we can get that. Goes towards the back of the jump seat. And it's just a press fit in. Okay, so there is the seat. Oh, let me show you. So there's all the seat in there. And they want us to bring back the cab again. The jump seat's going to go right over into here. Oh, I'm sorry, I lied. It's going to go back here. So we have it like this. There's this post right here, and it's going to go in right over here, right on top of the thermal camera. Now, if you remembered, I'm going to take this thermal camera out. Okay, so I have the thermal camera out. I'm going to lay it right here. Now, this jump seat looks like it's going to cover over most of this, but what really bugs me about this thermal camera is it's all chrome, fairly unrealistic. I did a test on the back here with a Sharpie painting it black, which I think I'm going to do with the rest of this. So here's what I'll do is let's see if we can switch over to the front here. So here's that camera. I think, and what I have is I have some Sharpies here that actually have a, they're called have a brush tip on them, so you can almost like you can paint. And as you can see, I did a small test back here on black. So I think I want to do the body of this camera in black. So I'm going to finish off painting here. Now we're going to do the top of the camera. Just going over all this a second time to make sure I get a good coat on there. Do the top again. Next, I'm just going to go around. So now we're going to put that back into here. Just missed a few places here. So now we added a little bit of color to that camera. Here's the jump seat that we started this little project off. So that jump seat's going to go right into there. And I'm sure that's going to get held in there with some sort of a screw. It's going to get held in by an H screw. There you go. Jump seat is held into place. Step 6 of stage 18. Put the cab up here. I'm sure we're going to come back to that. We're going to be doing some door work now. So they want us to take this front left cab door right here. And he wants us to push the hand. Here's that good old window winder handle that I lost. And they want us to push that through here until we hear a click. Okay, so you may have seen me use this trick before. I'm looking at that hole and it's really tiny. So I think it's covered with some paint again. So once again, I'm just taking my X-Acto knife and I am lightly twirling it here to get some of that paint out of the inner hole. And now the window handle went through just fine. You just want to very lightly do it. You're just trying to take a small layer of that paint that's accumulated in that hole from painting out of there. So now you've got a, looks like this on the back. So again, this shaft that protrudes through this shaft that protrudes through the door is square, and the hole in the gear that they want you to put on here is square. So this goes right on top of the gear. All right, now if you notice, there is a flat side. It's really hard for you guys to notice, look at, I know, but there's a flat side to this gear, and there's a raised part to this gear, a raised section. All right, and you want the raised section to, whoop, there goes the gear, to face up. Oh, I'm sorry, no, the raised section actually faces down. I'm sorry, misled you there. Okay, so the gear is on there. Oh, let me knock it off. The gear is on there. And if you move the handle on the other side, the gear also moves. So the gear has been correctly fitted. I cannot talk today. All right, there's 4 peg holes right here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And they want us to put a little bit of super glue on there with a toothpick. Because what's going to happen is that's going to flip around and match into this door right here. And that gear is going to mesh into here. So there's 4 posts right here that match into there. So he wants to put some super glue in those holes, which we'll do right now. Now that we have glue onto here, on those 4 posts, he wants to take the door and flip it over, and you want to align this as best you can because you don't want to get super glue all over the place. So I'm going to hold it like this so I can see in here. Okay, so that door snapped into place. Let's see if I can show you here. As you wind this, the window goes down. And if you wind it the other way, the window goes up. So the door is complete. Put that up over here. That was step 12 of stage 18. Step 13, as it's bringing back this door right here. Get the super glue out of the way before a horrible accident occurs. So you got the door right here. And now you have this inner cab panel right here. And if you notice, there are 4 pins right here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. They want us to put some super glue on there, because what's going to happen is that's going to mate onto this metal tab right here on this door section, right like this. What I'll do is I'll dry fit it just to make sure I'm glad I'm dry fitting it, because I'm having some trouble getting it on here, and I wouldn't have wanted to do that if the glue was in place. So I'll go ahead now and we'll do the same thing. We'll put some super glue on there. Now we're going to put this cab door right on here. And there it is, all glued up into place. Set this aside up here. Actually, we're going to put this down here, because what came in this kit is the door handle, an outer door handle. And that goes into the recess in this door. And again, there is a post on the back of this door handle that is D-shaped, and it's going to go into here. So we're going to take some super glue again, put it on the back of this post right here, and put this right in here. There is the door handle, outer door handle, all installed. So we'll put this door up here. And that is it for the stage. It's all complete. All right. Did the door handle. We did some other work up around here with jump seat. So that's it for stage 18. So that concludes today's video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, be sure to hit the like button. If you want to see anything more of what we're doing with this Agora models and some of the other models and our woodworking and our electronics Halloween projects, be sure to hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be notified when those videos come out, hit the bell so you can get an alert. Down below, I'll have a link to any of the tools and supplies that I used today. So thanks for stopping by the Maker's Cave. I'm Steve.